Let's just skip the where I was and all of that. Okay, let's just not. I've actually taken a trip in my life for the first time, and I guess it was not something very fancy, but it's Scotland, Edinburgh. Starting with my experience with Edinburgh, right? I decided to visit Edinburgh like 15 days ago in December. Now I'm not no tourist, like I'm not gonna be like, oh, listen to me, speaking like I've been around the world in 60 days type of trip, but I consider myself as a honest person. So this is why if you're going to Edinburgh, watch this video. So Edinburgh is divided into two parts. One is the old town. The old town consists of Gothic buildings and medieval stuff, whereas the modern side just has all the modern stuff. First, let's start off with my favorite, which was the old town. The train station is right in the middle of the city center, which is quite nice. So my hostel, which I was living in, was in the old town, which was kind of nice because I only paid 30 quid for it. First, being there in the winter during Christmas period, and in the city center, which is literally the most convenient places to get stuff at. 30 quid a night, it is good. Prior to this, a lot of people told me that it'll feel like something out of Harry Potter, even though I haven't seen the movie. But I guess who's seen Harry Potter can confirm. Luckily, my hostel was right in the middle of Old Town, so I could kind of like get the best of both sides without actually just worrying about going back to my hostel or staying back. Old Town is filled with a lot of cafes, souvenir shops, and a bunch of like overpriced Indian food. It has also like the Scottish, I don't know what do you call them, the people who play the pipes. I don't know what they call the Scottish. I don't know, but yeah, you'll find a lot of them playing their instruments. I don't know what the instrument is. I need to check what it is. Bagpipes, that's what they're called. Bagpipes. So I was close. Scottish pipes. I might have excited some smoker by saying pipes. Sunrise in Edinburgh is very beautiful. I'm telling you, if you guys are visiting Edinburgh, please take a walk at 7 a.m. in the morning when or whenever the sun rises. On the other hand, you've got the modern town. Now this is quite literally what we see everywhere in England, where you've got a city center and you've got shops like Subway, Waterstones, KFC, Primark, and you know what I mean. But the modern side was quite bigger than any city centers in the UK. Like you had like a mall called the St. James's Quarter, which is where I spend most of my time. For some reason, I feel very like at home when I see malls, and I just tend to spend a lot of time. It is, I don't know. If you search Google, there's also a lot of low-key places which are not in the old town nor in the modern side. There's the Arthur's Seat. On the second day, I decided to take a hike. I don't know if you would call it a hike. It did take me a lot of time to scale the mountain, about like hour and a half, because it was a bit wet. Let me just tell you, Sambas, these shoes, are not the best shoes when you're climbing a mountain. I did have a slip on the mountain and I cracked my camera hood lens. So yeah, if you are scaling a mountain, don't wear Adidas Sambas. These are genuinely one of the most uncomfortable shoes, let alone climb a mountain. Why do I say climbing a mountain? It's not climbing a mountain. It's just like, I guess it's climbing. Coming to my hotel or hostel. So I stayed 2 nights and I stayed in a hostel, and it was like a chamber like hotel, and it had like these pods in it. Like it's a room filled with like 10 pods and 10 people could sleep in it, and it's like 30 quid a night. Did I mention it's 30 quid? Yes, 30 quid. It was very hygienic, and it was honestly, I didn't find any issues. Like me personally,
I'm 6'2", right?
I'm AI with the braids. I'm AI with the braids.
a man who identifies as 6'2", I fit comfortably in those chambers. Not chambers, pods. The people in the other pods were also tourists. Most of them were from China, Korea and Japan. Most of them were like me, you know, they left in the morning and they came in the night. And yeah, you get a locker where you can keep a lot of stuff. So overall, I think it was a steal for 30 quid. Other than that, yeah, that's it. That's the experience. I really need to get this video out, to be honest. It's March and I went in December. So you guys can see how good I am at making videos nowadays. But yeah, if I had to rate this trip, I would say it was 9 out of 10. The only reason I would not give it a 10 out of 10 is I went by myself. I really like someone's company, to be honest. That's what trips are about for me. 100% goes into the S tier. One of the best cities in the UK. The people are nice. The people by far are very kind and polite. So many times I had to ask people for directions and they were like super nice, and they would actually have a conversation with me and say, hi, good morning, how are you? And they would actually help me out. Whereas in London, broski, don't even think about it. And yes, that's how I will be completing this video. Please let me know, how do you like my editing style? I've changed it up a bit. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please do let me know. Wow, so interesting. I'm so interesting. Yes, but I will see you, I don't know when, but I will see you next time. Till then, peace.